Almost every single Tensura power ranking online is wrong. Nobody underestimates Rimuru. People know that he's number 1. This is because they don't actually get what makes someone dangerous in this series. Here, raw power doesn't win the matches, and I'm going to prove that with one placement that's going to start a war in the comments. Yes, Milim is not above Diablo on this list. Stay tuned and I'll show you exactly why that's the correct answer and the only one. Number 10. Velzard. Don't let 10th place fool you. Velzard is a true dragon, one of the 4 creatures created by the world itself to keep balance. But her power is not destructive. It's an obsession. She could stop motion itself. Opponents can't attack into it that well, and she heals for eternity within her own field. She broke Veldora. She made Milim fight a serious battle. That tells you all you need to know about her ceiling. It took Rimuru, Guy, and Diablo all working as a coordinated team to contain her rampage in Volume 23. Those are the 3 most dangerous beings alive. She's number 10, and she kept the top 3 busy all at once. Everyone above her is either on a whole different conceptual level or has some particular ability that circumvents what she does. For the record, most characters in anime don't even clear this bar. Number 9. Zeon. You may not be familiar with this name, that's the point. Zeon is one of Rimuru's top 3 lieutenants, and the most underrated fighter of the series. Rimuru gave him the power to focus Nihility Collapse, one of the most destructive forces in existence, through his own body with surgical precision. He beat an opponent stronger than Rimuru at that time. Even Diablo, number 4 on this list, considers him a true combat genius. He trained in a labyrinth. Death wasn't real, just a lesson. He grew keener with each death. Volume 23 takes Benimaru's evolution into territory that's now challenging Zenon's position here. Leave your argument for who gets placed in the comments below, but for now, the precision and destruction he brings to the table put him above pretty much everything under the top 8. Number 8. Masayuki. Most write off Masayuki as the lucky guy. That's the most dangerous misreading in this series. He's not only a buff for allies, he calls the greatest warriors of all history, returns all the abilities they lost in death, and elevates them above their original peak. His divine gear boosts his energy output by tens of millions. Having absorbed the soul of the original hero, he learns the techniques even Rimuru never learned, including novel applications of abilities the original user couldn't perform. He transfixed the Feldway Castle Guard, a defense that held everything else thrown at it in the war. His luck is not passive. His core ability changes the odds before the battle even starts. That's where he's better than Zeon. Zeon wins with precision in the fight. Masayuki ensures that the fight is already tilted before it even begins. Leave it in the comments if you think Zeon takes him one-on-one. I want to see it. Number 7. Chloe Albert. The question is, how do you beat someone who's already seen you win and taken it off the timeline? Chloe has been fighting through timelines for 2,000 years. She dies, resets, tries again until she finds the path where she survives. The one standing before you has fought you and lost. She did it right, and it cost her next to nothing. She stood her ground against Guy Crimson versus Milim, two beings that her raw output should instantly erase. She doesn't fight you, she fights the timeline in which you win. Feldway has more raw power, more troops, more institutional authority, but the laws of the world limit Feldway's power. Chloe has learned to operate completely outside them. That's a different issue fundamentally. Number 6. Feldway. It was Feldway himself who started the whole Great Tenma War, and he's not even top 5. That should give you an idea of how absurd this series gets. He's the first angel created by the original god, commands millions of soldiers, fights across multiple dimensions at the same time, and can enslave any being with an angelic skill through sheer authority, and has a defense theoretically impenetrable while his followers exist. After absorbing 2 true dragon factors, his energy output is more than 100 million. But Volume 23 is the cap on his ceiling. Diablo beats him, not with power, with information warfare, ripping apart his whole skill set by manipulating the very particles that reality is made from. Feldway is the old world at its very best. Volume 23 leaves the old world behind for good. He's 6th. For there are beings above him who do not war within the framework of the world. They have a stake in it. Number 5. Milim Nava. There's no clean way to describe Milim. She's just so absurdly powerful, structurally overwhelmingly powerful. She does not have a lot of energy. She has an engine that makes power out of nothing. In her full-on state, her output doesn't just beat everyone else on this list, it threatens the structural integrity of the world she's standing on. Toss in thousands of years of battle experience, her offense is growing her defense. Volume 23 shows that her one real weakness is that if you push her past a certain point, she goes berserk and starts threatening her own side. She's working on mastering the ceiling. 5th, and I know exactly what you're gonna write. Read number 4 before you hit send. Number 4. Diablo. Milim is under Diablo. The full argument goes like this. Milim wins. Reality is trampled by an unmatched strength. Diablo wins because he makes force irrelevant as a concept. He doesn't want the power. He needs to know where your strength comes from, and then take it while you're still thinking. In Volume 23, he defeats Feldway by sheer information warfare. He locates and seals off Feldway's entire skill arsenal by manipulating the elementary particles that make abilities function. Then Guy, who spent millennia alone at the top of the world, watches Diablo and says he's reached those same heights. That's a big statement from Guy Crimson. And then there's the ability that nobody talks about enough. Ruin his body, remove his soul, erase his record of being. He wills himself back. The world has stopped trying to keep him dead. Does he have Milim's raw output? Not by a mile. But Milim's infinite energy is still a tool that works within the world. Diablo has made himself invulnerable to tools. Any fight where the rules of engagement change, Diablo finds the gap. He always finds the opening. If that argument doesn't convince you, then let me know why in the comments. Number 3. Guy Crimson. Guy's been up on top of this world longer than most civilizations have been here. He can mimic any skill he sees, perfectly, and then do better than the original user. He's got an arsenal built up from millennia of fighting the true dragons, Milim, and the most powerful beings alive. No single fighter can match him. He doesn't have to overpower you. He finds the one thread that ties your strength together and snips it with the least amount of effort. In Volume 23, he changes his whole world to focus on magical calculations, trusting Rimuru and Diablo to keep him safe while he focuses on one target. That kind of trust means something important for someone alone at the top of an eternity. He's in third place. The two above him are not simply stronger than him, they are of different kinds. One is the end of the world. The only thing that can halt it is the other. That kind of trust means something important for someone alone at the top of an eternity. Number 2. Eva Rage. Eva Rage does not fight. She wipes away the premise of a fight being. She is the other half of the original creator god, the destruction that had to be there as the counterweight to creation. Her power doesn't work by the world's rules because she's older than they are. Ultimate skills, true dragon abilities, nihility collapse, they all become unreliable in her presence, because none of them were built for something that existed before the framework of the world was written. In Volume 23, she one-shots Velgrind. She learned Benimaru's sword techniques by watching him fight once. No one below Rimuru can pose any real threat to her, and every character on this list knows it. She is the heat death of the universe, who learned to think. She's second only because Volume 23 creates the one being she was always meant to test. Number 1. Rimuru Tempest. He is number 1, but not for the reason most people believe. They look at his skill list and say he wins because he has the most skills. That's not how you fix it. Every other creature on this list makes use of what's inside the framework of the world. Even Milim's infinite energy is still energy. It is bound by the rules. The only one who ever used the void itself as fuel is Rimuru, the nothing that was before the world. His power predates the laws of reality itself, so there's no counter based on those laws. Then there's CL, the brain behind his skills, who has already run through thousands of possible paths and chosen the winning one before the fight even begins. Rimuru doesn't respond to situations. He has already made up his mind. Volume 23 makes it official. He defeats Eva Rage and is officially acknowledged as Veldanava's true heir, a salaryman who's reborn as a slime. And the story was never about leveling up. It was the universe seeking its next foundation before it fell apart into nothing. He wasn't the strongest in the end. He became the reason the world was still permitted to exist. That's the top 10 through Volume 23. Good to see Diablo still bothering you above Milim. Leave your counter-argument below, and if Benimaru's Volume 23 evolution should be on this list, tell me who he should replace. See you in the next one.